Hey, Scott here from whattype.com, and in this video I want to address something that I see happen all the time that I think kind of throws us a bit down the wrong path. This is a sort of naturally occurring cognitive bias, and that is the bias towards assigning authority automatically to tests. This is sort of like seeing someone in a doctor's uniform. We just kind of assume a certain level of authority. But in the case of personality tests, especially just random ones that we find on the internet, there is no reason to assign any authority or any validity to them whatsoever. Anyone can write a test. It's very easy to accomplish technically, and anything you just put out there, it's not vetted by any authority for its validity or its accuracy. But even if you take the best written tests with the most objective authority, so like the official MBTI, for example, with someone trained to administer the test there live, that is only going to be at best 80% accurate. Now, there are reasons for this. There are inherent flaws to the format. You're operating on very little bandwidth. So for example, as a profiler, so I can either do, so if I was trying to figure out your type, for example, and I had the option, I could either write a test for you to take by yourself, or we could do a live interactive Skype session. There is no question. It's like, 1,000,000 to 1 from my perspective, we're going to be far more likely. In fact, I guarantee 100% will arrive at the right type if we do a live session versus a test. So the reasons for this, for one, if you're taking a test, if you're writing a test, there's no way to write the questions consistently in a way where everyone is going to interpret the question the same way. There's also no way for us to be able to answer questions about ourselves objectively. Our own processes are like water to a fish. How does a fish know that it's wet? Well, it really can't unless it's been outside of the water. It's the same thing for us. We've always just been inside of our head. So there's no way for us to really see our behavior objectively. And then there's going to be questions that come up where, you'll see different perspectives. Like, well, sometimes I'm like this and sometimes I'm like that. And then you just kind of guess. Whereas in a live session, it's interactive. So you can ask follow-up questions. So for example, if I asked you a question that you didn't fully understand, you could ask for clarification. And likewise, if I didn't fully understand your answer, I could ask a follow-up question, or maybe the answer that you give kind of indicates something that might be an interesting path to go down. We might be able to go down that path completely, in an improvised way and arrive at something meaningful that we could never get to in a test. And then there's all the other subtleties, your vocal tonality, how you respond to a question. Do you balk at it? Do you jump at it? All of these things I'm using to interpret. It's kind of like, if you're in a relationship and you've got something important to talk about, like, all right, we need to talk kind of moment. If you have any general sense, you're probably not going to have this conversation via text message. You want to be, in person, or at least over the phone, or video chat or whatever. Just the more bandwidth you have, the better. The same thing goes for when you're trying to figure out your type. There's just so much more that I have at my disposal to help you arrive at your correct type when we're doing a live interactive Skype session. So that being said, if you would like to learn more about Skype sessions, you can go to whattype.com/mytype. And if you're interested in learning to become a personality profiler, you can go to whattype.com/lessons. And if you like videos like this about type, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.